Saludos familia, les habla Jesús, administrador del grupo Todo sobre Lucha Libre, y hoy en la entrevista del día tenemos a Nyah Kennedy. Hello Nyah, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful today. How are you?
Fine, fine. Well, Nyah, tell me your story. Why are you a wrestler?
Well, I started actually the next month not starts, but will be my 34th year in the business.
34?
Yeah, I started in 1987, November 1987 when I started.
Okay.
I wrestled up until 2008, and then I started managing. So I started managing up here in New York. I trained a little bit, trained a few wrestlers a little bit, but I started when I moved to New York. So
Okay. So who trains you?
I trained in Denver, Colorado under Terry Leffler and Teddy Nall. And I had some excellent trainers throughout the beginning of my wrestling career. Just like when I was on the road wrestling, traveling. So I always had like one of my not trainers, but like who would tell me what I was and wasn't doing correct in the ring was like Brian Blair and Honky Tonk Man. And
oh my God.
had all those guys, the Samoans, do this, you're doing this great. You can do better doing this. So, it's that continuing education that's always important, I feel.
Okay, the name Nyah Kennedy, is that your real name? Your wrestler name?
That's my name in this universe.
So you use your same name?
I use the name that to keep my personal life private, because it seems things get a little bit more personal, so to protect my family or stuff like that, my privacy, because in the wrestling world I'm open and everything, but I prefer to keep my private life private, as far as I do share my sons and experiences like that, but as far as my everyday life outside of the wrestling business, I keep separate.
Okay, but Nyah, that's your real name or not?
My real name in the wrestling universe, yes.
Okay, okay, but that's not your name in real life.
No.
Okay, okay. So are you a heel or a face?
I'm a heel.
Heel? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to remember your wrestling debut. How do you feel that day?
So it had been 1988.
Okay.
For Colorado. I think my wrestling opponent was Stray Cat. She's not in the business anymore, but I was very nervous. I was very, very nervous. When I started in the business, I was a face. So I was a baby face. So I was nervous but excited at the same time, because I've been wanting to do it since I was since the first time I saw Nick Bockwinkel on AWA wrestling when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
So it always the background while I went in through school and played sports and everything. I knew it was something I wanted to do. It was either that or be a police officer. So, and that won out. So.
Okay. So do you win that match or do you lose it?
I won that match.
Okay. So how do you feel having somebody like, for example, Honky Tonk Man talking to you when you know he was Intercontinental Champion on the WWF? How do you feel about that?
Blessed. Blessed. Anytime you can get advice, positive critique and advice from somebody who has made it, because on the big stage at the time, he was actually working for Vince at the time. So any information from him, or B. Brian Blair, or Jim Brunzell, or Rick, or any of those guys that I work with, was always valuable information. I information from them before I take advice from somebody who had never been in the business. You take it from somebody who knew what it took to get to where they were at the time.
Okay. So. Have you so far win any title?
I won a couple. I was AWA Women's Champion.
Okay.
Basically, I wrestled for a very few promotions, because my promotion I started with took very good care of its talent. So outside of that, I worked for one of my old tag team partners, Al Berg, Mr. Outrageous, when they had a promotion in Alaska, and then he used a UWF after Herb Abrams left. So for him, and I worked for Dick Murdoch for a couple of shows when he had his independent promotion for a while, and then Rick Crabtree. So, you know, and I mean, as far as wrestling goes, that's what I stuck with because I did most of my traveling with them. So I basically stuck where I knew that the pay was taken care of. So that was the main thing.
Okay. Right now you are an independent wrestler, or do you belong to any wrestling company?
No, I'm independent manager. So I work with two different teams, the Sasujan Squad and the Splendid family.
Okay. So if today you receive a couple of calls, WWE, TNA, AEW, NWA, which one would you choose and why?
Well, I've already worked for NWA Big Apple in New York. So I don't know. That's a hard, I guess it would depend on, I hate when people say it depends on the money because you could be making lots of money and be miserable and unhappy, you know, or work for a company where you're comfortable and be very happy. So it would probably be, I would throw WWE off to the side for that one because I don't want to travel for that. I mean, I'm 52, so I would probably take AEW or NWA, you know, as far as those four go.
Well,
So,
maybe if you choose AEW, you can start with AEW Dark.
yeah,
You never know.
you never know. I laughed before.
Yes, yes. And how about New Japan?
No.
No, why?
I mean, maybe when I was younger, I would have.
Okay.
Wrestling, yeah, absolutely. But now that I'm just managing, unless the team that I was managing and was working with was going over there, then I would definitely go over with them and manage them over there. But as far as like me personally as wrestling, no. As far as my wrestling career, that's done.
Okay, so that means that right now you're not wrestling, you're only managing two different groups.
Yeah, but you know, being a heel manager, you still get beat up. It doesn't matter your health.
Yeah.
Still,
If you could have your dream match right now, which one would it be? With whom? Against who?
if I could manage a dream match.
No, your wrestling dream match.
Oh wow. If I could wrestle, then she's gone. May she rest in peace. But she was like a major influence in my life too. I would have loved to have wrestled Sherry Martel.
Okay. And one that is alive right now, which one would you choose?
Jazz.
Really?
Yeah, I had the opportunity of managing her in AWA when she was the women's champion when she came up for NWA Big Apple. So I love her. I think she's an absolutely amazing woman in this business. Her, Jacqueline. Who else would I think those are really the main two. I mean, like I love the women's wrestling now. I think they are doing amazing work, and but I would definitely would be Sherry. Definitely Sherry.
Okay. But right now, you will feel comfortable having a match, or you prefer not to have a match?
I would feel comfortable having one. I mean, like it's in my blood, so I've never would step away. I mean, like I've been Yakuza Kids. It was actually on video and went viral. So, and that was in 6-inch heels on the outside of the ring. I've been put through a door table pretty much. I've had some pretty big bumps in the last few months. So like it's not like I've never stayed non-active. So I would definitely feel comfortable.
Well, there's a time when your body say, maybe your mind say yes, but your body say no.
Exactly. Like I would do it if it was like if it did one thing. if the money was there, even though I said money doesn't matter, but like, you know, this would probably be like, probably be like a one-time match. So, and it was promoted properly and in the right place, location.
Or maybe you could have a match with one of your groups, 3 against 3.
True, you know, exactly. 6-man tag.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah, you never know. Well, maybe sometime, you never know. So if the fans want to reach you through the social media, how can they do it?
On Facebook is Nyah Kennedy. On Twitter is Nyah Kennedy. And on Instagram is Feisty All Day.
Oh my God. Bueno, mi gente, Nyah Kennedy, búsquela en las redes sociales para más entrevistas. Y si usted quiere que vaya a su país a luchar o a ser manejadora, pues le escriben, hablan de negocio y ella va para allá. Which one would you prefer somebody from some place call you? To be a wrestler or maybe to be a manager?
Well, the thing I've been both, so you know, I'm able to have both of those, which was my easy transition into managing, is because of being a worker, you know, and knowing the ins and outs of being inside the ring and having somebody on the outside. So it was definitely a bonus for me of having already been inside the ring and knowing the ins and outs of the business. So,
do you have any manager that you wish to go into the ring and have a match against that manager?
dead and alive?
In real life. Which manager would you like to have a match with?
Oh my goodness.
It's difficult, huh?
Be fun. But like, as far as maybe like, there's some great managers out in this business that I learned so much from. So I don't know. I mean, like, if it'd be a battle of the wits, I'd still have some learning to do from if I picked the choices like Paul Ellery or Gary Hart,
Mhm.
Heenan, Captain Lou Albano. You know, you have all those great managers, so who were just like absolutely amazing.
Wow. Okay, do you have any more words before we end the interview?
If I can say anything to the new generation of wrestlers, just to let them know that this business owes you absolutely nothing. You have to work and earn everything you get, and remember that this is a continued learning business. You never stop learning. Like I was told a long time ago, the day you stop learning is the day you need to get out of this business.
Bueno, mi gente, Nyah Kennedy. Well, thank you very much for being with us this time. Mi gente, esto ha sido toda la entrevista del día. Pendiente a una nueva entrevista. Have a nice day, Nyah. And we're going to be watching you managing or maybe wrestling.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.